I'm Beth.
And I'm Kayla.
And this is MHN. You got any plans for the long weekend coming up, Kayla?
We actually have a soccer game on Monday against Quabbin, so you better be there
Or be square. On this week's episode, you can expect to see boys biking, you tell me, and Boston sports. Roll the clips.
Hi, I'm Evan, and welcome back to Boston Sports News. The Patriots took an ugly loss on Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens, 37-26. Mac Jones threw for 321 yards and 3 interceptions. The running game was the focal point for the offense as Damian Harris, Ramondre Stevenson, and Mac Jones all had rushing touchdowns. Devontae Parker had himself a game with 156 yards with only 5 catches. Mac Jones suffered a high ankle sprain at the end of the game. He will be out for multiple weeks. The Patriots will travel to Lambeau Field to play the 2-1 Green Bay Packers on Sunday at 4:25. The Patriots lost to the Green Bay Packers in overtime, 27-24. Brian Hoyer started the game throwing for 37 yards before getting hurt. The rookie Bailey Zappi stepped in and added 99 yards and a touchdown pass to Devontae Parker.
They were generous there. They were generous. They didn't beat it. Here's the pass by Zappi. Open man at the 10 and strutting in for the touchdown is Devontae Parker.
Damian Harris had 86 yards on the ground. The 1-3 Patriots play the 1-3 Detroit Lions at Gillette Stadium on Sunday at 1 p.m. After a 6-game losing streak, including a sweep against the rival New York Yankees, the Red Sox have been eliminated from playoff contention at a record of 74-81. The Celtics have suspended coach Ime Udoka for the whole 2022-2023 season for violating team policies. They have named assistant coach Joe Mazzulla as interim head coach for the season. The Celtics won their first preseason game against the Charlotte Hornets 134-93. Jaylen Brown led the way with 24 points, and every player who saw the floor for the Celtics had at least 2 points. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next week for more Boston sports news.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Boys Bikin'. Today, I'm joined by my friend Connor Naseda, and we're going to take a look at Summerhill together. Summerhill is the highest point in Maynard, and has plenty of different trails to ride. I'm going to be rating Summerhill on 5 different categories: ease of access, scenery, trail variety, trail conditions, and the overall amount of fun I had while riding. Starting off with the ease of access. Summerhill is quite easy to get to, and it has 2 main entry points and 2 not-so-main entry points. The 2 main entry points can be found on Summer Street and Summerhill Road. The 2 hidden entry points can be found on a fire road named Tower Road. It's off of Summer Street, and it's just in between Patty Lane and Apple Ridge. The fire road is a good place to park if you want to take your car over to Summerhill, because parking on Summerhill Road or Summer Street isn't really the smartest choice. There is no real parking lot, however, but since the ability to access it on a bike is just about what you'd expect, I give it a 5 on ease of access. Now for scenery. Summerhill offers some good scenery, but nothing too special. After all, it is located in between downtown and a large suburban neighborhood, so there aren't really many good views to look at. Inside, the forest itself is mainly just trees and rocks. There are no ponds or other bodies of water to look at. So since Summerhill is just about as average as the forest can get, I also give it a 5 on scenery. Now for trail variety. Summerhill offers a good amount of trail variety. It has nice and mellow tracks for people of all skill levels to ride and enjoy. And it also has 1 or 2 more difficult trails for those who are more advanced to ride. There are no real trails that could be classified as flow trails at Summerhill. They're all just tech trails that have varying levels of chunkiness to them. I give Summerhill a 6 on trail variety, since it has trails of different difficulty, but not variety in the trails themselves. Now for trail condition. This is the most unfair rating since it depends on how the weather was recently, but it's still a category anyway. The trail conditions at Summerhill when we went were a thing of beauty. It had rained just the right amount before we went, so the trails weren't desert dry, but they also weren't mud tracks. That's horrible right there. I give Summerhill a 9. I wish the trails were always like this everywhere I went, and this rating also affects the next category, which is the overall amount of fun I had while riding Summerhill. I had a great time hitting these trails. Although I've probably hit them a million times already, I never get bored of them. Sharing this experience with my friends made the experience all the better, and I'd like to thank the main cameraman for the day, Damon, for filming most of these clips that you're watching. You can expect to hear his name many times in the future of Boys Biking. And with that, I give the overall fun another 9. It's gonna take a lot for me to give something a 10, but until that day comes, I'm just gonna keep searching. I'm Sean Leahy, and this was Boys Biking. I'll see you in the next episode. Now to You Tell Me.
Welcome back to this week's edition of You Tell Me. I'm here with my co-host,
JT.
and we're here to bring you another amazing episode.
Please state your name and occupation.
My name's Nev, and I am a server at Camilla Gardens.
What is the most embarrassing thing you have ever done?
I have cried at 4 out of my 6 soccer games this year.
Please state your name and occupation.
Jackson Price, and a student.
What is the worst thing you could name a child?
Calvin.
What's your name?
Calvin.
What is something you did that you didn't tell your parents?
Probably that I snuck out at my friend's house one time.
What is the worst name that you can name a child?
Like desk.
What's your name and occupation?
My name is Officer Allison McCann. I am a school resource officer.
What is the worst name that you can name a child?
Blanket.
Please state your name and occupation.
Nash
Don't touch the mic.
Thompson, and I'm a housewife.
What are your thoughts on Peyton Thompson?
I think she's a great sister.
If you could fight a single person in the school, who would it be and why?
Probably Joshua Teague.
Please state your name and occupation.
Noelle's, and I don't have a job.
What is the most embarrassing thing you have ever done?
Probably falling in front of everyone at school.
And what is the closest you have ever been to being arrested?
Getting chased by the cops.
Please state your name and occupation.
Ryan Cedeno. No occupation.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you?
It was the middle of the night, and I lost my pants, and I didn't have my phone, so I had to go ask somebody for a phone with no pants on.
Thank you for another great episode of You Tell Me.
See you next week. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, JT and Felix.
That's it for today. Thank you for watching this week's episode of MHN. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Have a great week, Tigers!